There are a lot of scandals right now, tremendous number of scandals. And of course, the one, I know, we all know that there's got to be a better way. The, there's a cabal. Can I use that word? Okay, I'm not going to say cabal. That's disgusting. There's a ball. There's a half a ball in the Republican Party of Republicans and other people that are conspiring as a single half a ball to sorry to deny Donald Trump the presidency by I I think telling people about him. I think that's the plan. I think that's the plan. In a way that they didn't the first time. Um, so, also one of those things you keep hearing. A side note, if I may, Your Honor, if I may approach the bench. The whole thing about 17% of people wouldn't have voted for Joe Biden had they known about the Hunter Biden laptop, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we've heard that BS a bunch of times. It's not true. I've debunked it before and we've talked about it. But the thing you need to remember is that argument came up when they were talking in Trump world about the statistical polling they did about the kind of votes he got and in 2020 versus 2016, and that if people that he lost suburban women by about 17% in a bunch of cases, a bunch of prime states, because once they knew about the scandals, once he had become president, that they had kind of ignored or had not seen, like the Access Hollywood tape and stuff. Once it had all taken root and he continued to act that way, half of them were like, had I known he was going to keep acting like that, I wouldn't have voted for him. And had I known that he acted like that, I wouldn't have voted for him. And that group was a major factor in the 2020 election. And so he grinds his teeth about it. So they keep bringing up this, had people known about the Biden laptop nonsense, that would have changed their vote. And again, beyond it just being bullshit, the reason they keep bringing it up is precisely that. Just letting you know, just a little letting you, little infotainment. Infotainmentwars.com. We have all the documents up here. So next up, we go to the guy who is picking Mike Pillow's pockets, and it's the nicest thing I can say about him. This is Brannon House, and he's on Lindell TV with its oddly Nazi-esque, bizarre. That's just gross. Hold on. Is this going to jump up here? I think. There you go. I'm just try to make this a little bigger. And apparently there's a plot now. A bunch of people were backing DeSantis. DeSantis was going to be the guy to take down Trump. Then the ball approached Chris Christie, and he ate it. And then they've moved on to they've got this plot to elect Mike Pence because what? Because does anybody think that's a possibility? Anyone? All right. Here we go. This is
whole thing with Mike Pence, or as you like to call him, Mikey Pence.
Ouch. Why? Because he'll eat anything?
Are you telling me that Mike Pence, that the Uniparty, the global elite, the Republican establishment is working to make Mike Pence the Republican nominee?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that makes absolute sense. And they're doing a bang up job. And I think the greatest thing about that piece of news that he's breaking, well, it's not so much breaking as falling apart in his hands, like dried newspaper found in a 100-year-old trunk. The greatest thing about it is that I think what it tells us more than anything is that if there is an Illuminati cabal or half a ball, they suck at everything. Okay, hopefully these guys are joking.
Well, let's back up. Before I even say that, I wanted to give a shout out to Roger Stone. I think he was on your show, and he explained how the left is going to actually put in Michelle Obama and the whole musical chairs. I guess you want to call it the, what is that chess move where you...
The Kobayashi Maru.
They're basically wanting to castle Kamala Harris out to become governor. I completely agree with that announcement.
Okay, Roger Stone's an idiot. That's gibberish. They're not going to swap out Kamala Harris for Michelle Obama and run her in. Oh, for fuck's sake. And then we get, they're hoping for this so they can do this whole Michelle Obama's really a man thing, and they've finally elected a trans person and blah, blah, blah. Like, they're just seething to be gross about her at any turn.
Wait a minute. Kamala Harris to become governor of where?
California.
Really?
In return for her, in return for a Michelle Obama nomination, if that should take place.
Well, then why wouldn't where the fuck are they going to put Gavin Newsom? Mayor of Death Valley.
Anyway, that's what's going on the left. Probably Michelle Obama.
Okay, no, it isn't. No, it is not. It's not. Nothing even remotely like that is, as you would say, happening. Look, if you're going to... Look, I was about to give advice on how to spend Mike Pillow's money, but I honestly don't give a fuck. I hope this guy is making $1,000 a word.
Vice President Gavin Newsom is what they're going to try to push forward. Now, what I want to present to you is essentially...
Vice President Gavin Newsom with Michelle Obama in first... What?
You don't have to agree with me that it's going to be Pence. You just need to kind of...
You're right. Thanks for letting me off the hook.
I'm going to lay out the facts of what is going on and what I suspect them to do.
All right.
The Uniparty, I call them the China First Republicans, right?
Yes.
The China First Republicans, what they're going to try to do.
They're going to try to shut the border to Mexico because Mexico has now overcome China as our #1 import partner, and in shutting, the only thing that would benefit China more than intentionally reshoring our American factories to China would be to shut the southern border so that it would slow all imports to a crawl and mean that shipping it goes back to being the primary way that we receive these goods. And would prove my point that all the Republicans who are trying to, quote, seal the southern border are actually working for China.
Anybody other than Trump.
Okay.
And I think the logical conclusion is going to be Mike Pence.
Okay. Shouldn't you have a small Piper Cub to help guide into an airport and smash into the side of a mountain?
Follow along with me.
All right.
I'm here to, I'm just going to say I can't. I have no idea what you're about to say, but I know I won't be able to follow it. I don't think anyone in my chat will be able to follow it. I don't think Brandon's even bothering. He's on his phone.
So if their goal, right, their mission is to make sure that anybody but Trump, in order to protect them from all the illegal activity they've done since essentially 2016, and
sorry, the illegal stuff they did since 2016. Who started being president in 2016?
That will not come after you, and if push comes to shove, will provide a pardon should that information be exposed. Okay. So
great, yeah. So Mike Pence is going to pardon everybody who engaged in illegal activity from 2016 to 2024, I suppose. Whatever. I guess he'll pardon Biden as well. In this theory, preemptively, obviously, he won't be indicted on anything, but they'll give it a try. And then I guess, wait, that's not how that works. Who was president and pardoned all those people and sold pardons from like 2016 to 2020? There was like a service they set up. It was like a Tinder app for getting a pardon if you were a rich creep.
What are the things that the Uniparty has to do?
Well, pave the roads. Hold on. Why is this muting? It's so weird.
The frame so that the Republican nomination is done in a manner that does not favor Trump. Well, what are some of the components of the Republican nomination? Remember, It's going to the RNC convention is in July.
Yes, sorry. Like, what are some of the things that don't about a debate that don't favor Trump? Thinking, talking, understanding questions, responding in a intellectually sound and clear way, not farting, the lighting, the cameras, the how narrow the podiums are, and how they really won't hold his weight if he's stabilizing on them. I mean, everything except name calling, I suppose, which shouldn't be a part of it, but it's the Republicans, so I guess it is. What else? Let me guess. E. Jean Carroll's going to bring all 26 of Trump's accusers and have them sit in the front row. Melania won't be there.
24. We're 1 year out, a little less than 1 year out from the RNC convention. And oddly enough, it's going to be in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Brennan.
Oh, Wisconsin. They're going to stuff the ballot box there with new Republicans. He's going to show up, and there's going to be thousands of fake Republicans he's running against. He won't even know who he's talking to. There's going to be people debating from out of the state. They're going to Zoom call in.
Remember that state. So who is going to be running?
Wisconsin. All right, I'll remember that.
Yes, remember Milwaukee. Wait a minute. First of all, Milwaukee's not a state, but Milwaukee, Wisconsin, yes, exists. It's an American state with an American city. Cheese, butter. What do you? I guess Laverne and Shirley.
Who is going to be running the RNC convention? A guy by the name of Reince Priebus, former chair of the Republican National Committee, former chair of the Wisconsin GOP.
Who, by the way, many people
and who Trump hired to work in his White House.
First chief of staff for Donald Trump, and many
right. Oh shit! Hold on.
haters in Trump's administration.
Absolutely.
One of the many haters. Yeah, it was weird that Trump has a tendency to print haters. Apparently it's that, like, meeting him and spending time with him. It's unless you're a lawyer and you legally can't say that he's disgusting, everybody else does. Pardons are us. Does this guy not have a closet? No, he does not. Or he might be in it.
While Steve Bannon was the other chief of staff, Reince Priebus was the RNC handler as Mike Pence kind of dug his people into the system so that they would have leverage over Trump for the first few weeks, months, and then essentially we saw the 6 attempted coups that concluded in a actual coup on January 6th.
Hold on. So January 6th was an attempted actual coup against Donald Trump at this point? All right. Well, I said this, did I not? I called it. I predicted it. I would not understand what the living shit this dude is talking about. And after listening to him speak, still there. Yeah, still clear. And this is, again, this would be politically a travesty. This would be a waste of everyone's time. But the best thing about this video is it was paid for by Mike Pillow with money he does not have. I think it's almost worth spending more time on it. So that said, hold on one second. I'm going to jump over to here and remind you that you're watching Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide with my all-new transition, which I'm very excited about and that I made.